Hey YouTube, Awesome Rider here. Welcome to my review for the Dyno9 Red Ranger figure from Power Rangers Dino Fury Basic Figures Wave 3. This, I think, honestly, is the main event of this wave. But if we're being honest, the main event of this figure release in this wave is this key that includes that is a slightly different shade of red than the main one you get, with basically the same sticker. And wait for it, guys. As if that excitement wasn't too much, wait till you hear all of the 0 new sounds you get. Okay, Basic Morpher. Oh, sorry guys, that's my car. I feel that kind of letdown sound really about sums it up. And then also this Morpher, which again, a lot of the new merchandise is touting like, oh my god, unlock sounds in the new Morpher, but it doesn't. It doesn't have a reader for this, so it will just unlock whatever sound depending on what direction you're pointing it in, just like the mechanism works. And that's not going to be any different than me putting in a Black Ranger key or a Green Ranger key or a Purple Ranger key or whatever. Right, now that that's out of the way, the only other thing this guy comes with, obviously, is the Dyno9 Morpher here, which is both his weapon and Morpher, which actually, for a basic figure, you know, it's just molded plastic. It actually looks pretty good for a basic figure. You know, if this was Bandai, it in all likelihood would have been all gray plastic or maybe just all red plastic. And I appreciate that there's actually different shades of plastic in it, so that it kind of looks more like the show. Again, for a basic figure, it's nice. This is something that would probably look pretty embarrassing on a Lightning or a Legacy figure, something like that. But for, you know, $7, $8 figure, overall nice. And that's pretty much what I have to say about this figure. The mold is actually pretty decent. I think that the head sculpt or the helmet sculpt is a little bit off from what you see in the show. But for the most part, I think it gets it close enough to accurate as far as proportions go for a basic figure. Like in the show, one of the coolest things about it is the armor does have this kind of dark ruby, almost red looking shiny armor. You don't have that shine here. I wouldn't have expected that because it probably would have been a more expensive paint. Hopefully we get a Lightning figure down the road, but for what it is, I think it looks pretty solid and I'm happy with it for a basic figure because I personally really like the suit, probably one of my favorite power-up suits in Sentai and Power Rangers, so I'm just really happy to be able to have a figure for it that's not a Sentai vinyl figure. You have all your basic articulation here, you have a little hinge joint here, not movement on the arm, and all around movement, but it is hindered by these shoulder pieces which aren't on any sort of hinge, so like you can't go all the way around. Elbow joint right here, swiveling at the fists and the arms. You have a nice little ball joint right here at the foot, knee joint here, and the head and neck articulation as per usual, so your standard stuff. No loose joints on this one, which is overall pretty nice. You might have some paint mistakes right here. I don't know if you can see on the chest there's a little bit of a smudge. That's kind of something fairly common with Hasbro figures and basic figures, so if you're picking one up, just kind of keep that in mind and maybe look on the shelf and find the one that has the least paint mistakes or no paint mistakes on there. But overall, honestly, this is a fairly quick review, but I can recommend this figure if you're a fan of this mode. Again, it's not going to be your top-end, highest quality figure. It doesn't have that shine. It's not 100% accurate proportionately. But I'm overall, basically, I would say a fan of the Hasbro basic figures. I think for a cheap price, they make pretty decent figures, I think, especially for kids and even for collectors that want stand-ins. Like I mentioned, I do hope we get a Lightning figure of this someday because I really like the mode and I would love to see like a fully glossy version of it. I feel like if this was Bandai, we honestly would have gotten 3 or 4 different versions of this figure, or this mode rather. We'd probably have like a Nutcracker, probably one where you put the armor on, or maybe one like those old Dragon Ball figures where you put the Super Saiyan mode on like a skin and in retrospect it's really creepy and you think you might need to go to therapy for it. But also maybe something like it would transform into a dragon dinosaur or something. So we probably have more things to represent it. But as of right now, this is really the only representation for this mode. So I would say, even if you are wanting a Lightning Collection figure and you don't usually like the basic figures and you like the looks of this or you want something to represent it, I can recommend picking it up. It's not outside the realm of possibility for Lightning Collection one day in the future, but we haven't really delved too far into power-ups really at all yet, and like current airing series don't seem to be the most popular choice, so it could be a while. So if you're at all concerned we're not going to ever get a Lightning Collection figure or something else for it, or if you're just not wanting to wait possibly years, I would recommend picking this up while it's on the shelves because honestly, solid figure for the price. But that's about it for this one. Until next time, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you can get notifications for my videos. Dawson Rider, signing out.